Let's start with your names.
David Pflueeger.
I'm Margaret Pflueeger.
And welcome to our interview session today. Can you tell us how you came to know Denver Adaptive Divers and how you became a part of Denver Adaptive Divers?
I saw a flyer that Adaptive Adventures had put out in regards to coming here and trying out scuba diving. And I was a longtime scuba diver years ago and wanted to get back into it and try it. So it sounded like a great opportunity, and so I went, and it was great.
And Margaret, were you a scuba diver as well?
I was. Dave got me into scuba diving when we first met, and we dove for a long time before we had kids. We kind of slowed down when we had kids.
So your kids haven't been certified yet?
No, but we were thinking about it after this trip.
Yeah.
That's great. Can you tell us your story, please?
Well, I don't know. As far as my disability goes, in about 2007, I was running the turkey trot and Thanksgiving, and my right leg stopped working toward the end of the race. And once I cooled down, it started working. But then I started getting some other issues that kind of alerted me that I needed to go see a neurologist. And then after several consultation and tests, it was discovered that I had multiple sclerosis. And then it's just been a journey since then on dealing with the issues and working through it and just trying to survive every day. So
When you did can you tell us a little bit about your training and getting certified and what your experience was in the water? So a little bit about how with MS, how does it feel to be in the water?
well, it felt great to get back in the water again. I hadn't really spent a lot of time in a pool or in any kind of body of water. So, and I grew up in Southern California with the oceans and beaches and pools and all that stuff. So I had really missed it a lot. And so it was really exhilarating for me to get back into it and just really, just get the feel of the water around me and get mobile again in the water. It was great. So, and then the people who were training me they were all really patient and just excellent instructors and guides, and yeah, it was just a great experience. That first day was just a lot of fun, and we just got back in, and a lot of things that I hadn't done in 20 years started coming back to me again, and it was great. So.
What about you, Margaret?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about, I can remember the day Dave asked me to drop him off at the dive center, and I'm like, well, how's that going to work? And I couldn't figure out how it would work for him to go diving. And then I dropped him off, picked him up, and he said it worked great, and that you guys had been prepared. And that same day was when we found out about the dive trip, and that was, I still didn't even understand how it was all going to work, but it was the beginning of the adventure.
Who were your instructors and who did you work with?
Well, Ray
Brianza,
thank you, was our instructor, and Ray was great. And John helped a lot.
Vince?
Yeah.
Or Craig?
Craig.
Well, Craig would help us get out of the pool.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Craig would come over at the end of the lessons, and basically him and John and Ray would pull me out of the pool with the cargo net,
Yeah.
which was an experience that I'm glad I didn't have to continue with, but it was still fun, and yeah, it was great. Ray was a great instructor. He knew his craft and was really patient and good, and just was able to really walk us through all the steps that we needed to do to get certified.
And John supervised the whole, from beginning to end.
Yeah, we felt really taken care of, and I had never felt any kind of sense of there would ever be a problem. And these guys, if I did, I think these guys would pin on.
Require a dive buddy.
Yeah.
And so did you go through the dive buddy training, or are you finishing it this weekend? So the two of you can dive around the world.
Right.
without additional assistance.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Just thanks for providing all the opportunities. You know, it was just great to get back in the water, and I really appreciate everything everybody did. So, thanks a lot.
Throughout the week. What were your favorite memories about the overall trip? Margaret.
My favorite memory was the Friday before we left, when we were in the pool with a number of people, and there were just a few guests at the resort that weren't with our group, and yet we had in the pool one quadriplegic, two paraplegics, and two people, you and one other, who could walk a little bit. And everybody was sitting on the pool seats and maybe having a beer, and we were pushing Tony around on the raft, and I think we were freaking the other people out because I think they were just so nervous. But there was so much camaraderie, and everybody by the end of the week had really sort of come together and appreciated the unique opportunity that this trip presented. And I really felt bonded to the people that were on the trip. It was just an amazing experience, and I came back and just gushed about it to all of our friends and family. And I didn't know what it would be like going in, but after it was over, I just wanted to go back again.
What about you? What was your favorite?
I'm not sure I have one memory, but all the adaptive divers with the disabilities, they were all really inspirational. You know, they were just, it was incredible to take Tony around, and then the support groups that were with these divers were all fantastic. You know, it was really remarkable to see these guys out there diving with their different disabilities, and so, you know, as a person with a disability, it's you know, you just kind of fight just to have one little slice of normality in your life, where you're back to where you were before, and so this was part of it, and it helped. So
great. Okay, now I'm getting. This is why I try to choose a lot of gum, and I didn't have any gum with me.
Yeah, right. I thought the rum punches were way by far the best thing there. Probably too many, but you know, the food was good. It was great, and so no.
Every single day, and the one thing is, everybody the entire time had a good attitude. I didn't see any negativity the whole entire week that I can.
No, and you always were wondering how it was going to work. How are you going to get the wheelchairs on the boat and all that? And these guys had it down. They were pros, you know, and they had
no complaints.
Yeah, there were no problems. They knew exactly how to get things done and how to make things work, and so you really felt kind of assured that it was you know, going to be a good, safe experience. So yeah, it was awesome. Everybody was
and
great.
And the food was really good. We ate a ton.
Yeah, we ate a ton.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was a great resort, and
it was just easy. It was easy to like get to your room, and then if you wanted to, you know, just go have a drink before dinner. It was easy. Getting your gear was easy. Getting on the boat was easy.
Yeah.
What are you laughing about?
No, the planes weren't that easy,
but
that was a little bit of a hassle. But that was out of our hands.
But what was really impressive was that we had a lot of travel difficulties on the way back, and still nobody lost their cool. Nobody, you know, I think you see more people get upset on regular plane trips than you do. I would just like to say thank you to everyone who made this possible, because it was probably the most fun that we've had together as a couple since they first started suffering from the MS, just doing the same kind of things we used to do.